Hello and welcome back, my beautiful froggy army, to another video, and welcome back to another Raven is bored and wants to do a craft. So here we are, crocheting video. It's my favorite type of video to do, you know, but hello and welcome back. Today I was looking around my room, looking at all my plushies and squishmallows, and I kind of had the feeling that they look kind of naked. Like, don't you think Miss Zozo here needs some sort of cute little outfit? I think that they need some clothes. So today, with the power of crafting and a yarn and a hook, I wanted to make some squishmallow clothes, and we're gonna make a super simple raincoat for our squishmallows. And this will be kind of like a, not really tutorial-ish, but like more of a guide, and I will have a written pattern for this. If you want to make a raincoat for your squishmallows, this is gonna be for a 5-inch squishmallow, and it can be for squishmallows with arms or limbs or without, whatever you'll want to put it on. So for this project, if you want to make your own, you're going to need some thicker yarn, and I'm going to put the exact weight of yarn right here because I can't remember it off the top of my head, but you're going to want to use this weight of yarn. Look for this on the label. I'm using this just chenille yarn from the Dollar Tree. I find this at the Dollar Tree if you want to go look for it for $1.25. It's not too bad. And then I am using a size J hook, or a 6mm hook. Then the only other supplies that I'm using are a yarn needle. It's good if you have a bigger one for this fluffy yarn, and a pair of scissors. And then as a bonus, if you want to add some buttons, I'll be adding some buttons to mine just to give it a little finishing touch. If you want to add some little teensy tiny buttons onto this raincoat, then feel free. But anyways, I think let's get on to the actual crocheting. Let's get into this and let's get started with our squishmallow clothes. Okay, so we're gonna start off by single crocheting 6 into either a chain 4 loop or a magic ring. I'm using a magic ring. There we go, there's my 6. And what is also very helpful for these very fluffy stitches are stitch markers, and I highly recommend using one of those. If you have a Joann's near you, I don't know if it's the same for you, but I got an email today that they're going to like up to 80% off on all of their like liquidation markdowns. I don't know, I'm tempted to go check. Maybe there's still some good stuff left. It makes me so sad that they're closing, honestly. Like, Joann's was it, you know what I mean? That's where I would always go. It's just, I know I've talked about this in other craft videos, but now that it's hitting like 80%, it just makes it so much more real. Love my yarn falling off the desk too, that's great. I don't know if I've ever told this very random story today, but we have some plans on Friday night to go out and get sushi at a little sushi restaurant, and I'm very excited about it. But for my like 18th birthday or 19th, I don't remember, I went to this like one of those, what's it called, conveyor belt sushi places, and I had the most amazing sushi roll there that had a little thin slice of strawberry on top, and it was so good. It was kind of like a sweeter roll. I have only been able to find it at that one random place that I went to for my birthday, and I haven't been able to find it since. So when we go to our sushi dinner, I'm gonna once again, as always, as I always do, look for my strawberry sushi roll. But I don't know, is that like a common thing? Is that like a super rare like pull, like sushi roll pull that I found on my 19th birthday? Have you guys ever had sushi with strawberry on it? I've had sushi with mango on it too, so I don't think it's that uncommon to put fruit on sushi, and I love fruit on everything. Like, I love pineapple on burgers, I love pineapple on pizza, all of that kind of good stuff. But just curious if you guys have ever eaten anything like that before. But basically right now, we're just doing a circle, and we're just increasing until we hit 36 stitches, so that's pretty much what we're up to. Okay, so after 6 rounds and having 36 stitches around, we should have a little circle that looks something like this. So now, instead of continuing to go round and round in a spiral, I'm gonna actually chain 1, and we're gonna go back the way we came, and we're gonna crochet almost all the way around and leave some stitches unworked. So that's what we're gonna do next. So normally I would put my hook in. Let me just do that really quick, and I would tighten it. Normally I would keep going around this way, but we're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna turn it, and then we're going to crochet 28 stitches. So you should have 8 stitches that you're not gonna work on. So let me finish that super quick, and then I'll show you what that looks like. So here's what that looks like. Again, we started here, we chained 1, we went back, and then we went around, and then I ended off right here. So I have 8 unworked stitches, and we're going to ignore those for the time being. And now we're just going to do a bunch of rounds where we do that same thing. I'm going to chain 1 over here, turn and work back the other way. Chain 1, turn, work back this way. So we're kind of working in a rainbow shape a little bit, and that's what's gonna like make the hood part of it. So I'll do a couple rounds and I'll check back in once I have a kind of better looking piece in this. This looks like nothing right now. All right, so after a couple of rounds, here's what it's looking like. If you can kind of see the vision, this is gonna be the hood, this will be the bottom and all that good stuff. So right now we are basically just going to do a increase row. I'm going to go ahead and single crochet 6 and then increase all the way around, still only doing that like half. You know, these stitches, we're still leaving these 8 ones unworked. Leave them alone. Do your cats ever make like the most weird noises when they're licking themselves and cleaning themselves? Pepper's on the floor by me and he just made the weirdest sound I've ever heard him make, and I turn around, he's just licking his belly. I'm like, sir, what are you doing to your belly? Like, are you okay? Okay, here we are after the increase row. So now I have 32 stitches that I'm working on across here, and then plus the 8 unworked ones here. So now it's just a whole bunch of rows of 32 going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to make the hood. Because we want that hood to be big enough to cover the head, and I made sure to make it big enough just in case they have ears or horns or both or whatever, that they will fit there. Okay, so I finished up and now it's starting to look more like a little hoodie, like a little raincoat hood. So now we're actually going to be doing something about this bottom part here. So we've got the unworked stitches, and now we've got these side pieces where, you know, we've been going back and forth and back and forth. So now I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to actually work across these stitches here and then get to the 8 unworked stitches and then work across here. So first we're just going to clean up this edge on the bottom, and then we're going to make the actual like coat part of it. So we're just going to be working down from now. So I'm going to chain 1 and then across this edge here. Before we get to those 8 stitches, I'm just going to put in 10 stitches. I am really bad at like putting in stitches evenly. Like there's so many patterns where it's like work 10 stitches, you know, across this section evenly. I'm like, I can't do that evenly. I don't know. I just try my best. As long as there's 10 stitches in there, it's fine. Okay, so there's the 10, and then now we're here at the 8 unworked stitches. So obviously we're just gonna do 8 there. Okay, that is done. And don't worry if this isn't like super straight across. It'll all even out. Like, don't worry about that. So now we're just gonna do 10 more on this little side right here. Okay, so now I'm at the end and I'm actually going to slip stitch into that closest single crochet, you know, from the last round. And now we have the slip stitch on our hook, and now we kind of have to make this like all one piece, kind of have to make it connected and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna put this camera down so you can actually see what I'm doing, but I'm gonna go ahead and chain 12. We're gonna take these 12 stitches and we're gonna reach around to this side, and then we're gonna work on this side. So we're gonna connect with this chain 12. Okay, so reaching around, I'm gonna slip stitch into that first out of the 10 single crochets we did along the side, and then there we go, it's connected. So there we go, it's all connected, and now we're going to be working on the body. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to chain 2. This is going to count as a double crochet, and we're just going to work around. And then if you do want armholes, follow this next step, and if you don't, you can just skip it and you just double crochet all the way around this row. So we have our chain 2, then we're going to double crochet in the next stitch, and then chain 4, and this is going to be the armhole, and then count 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the 5th stitch after those 4, double crochet. So we're skipping a bunch and we're just making like a little armhole, pretty much, if you have a Squishmallow that has arms. Now we're going to double crochet in the next 16 stitches. So after you did that chain 4, there should be 17 total stitches. before we make the next armhole. And the awesome thing about this raincoat is that it doesn't specifically have to be a raincoat. I just have this really cute yellow yarn that I thought would work really well for it, but you can literally use whatever color you want, and it can just be like a little hoodie or just clothes, whatever item of clothing, you know, or just anything at all that you want to make it. I was also thinking it would be super cute, and maybe I'll make like some add-on patterns for this or something in the future, but if you can crochet some animal ears and you could put the animal ears on the hoodie and make it like a little bunny hood or a little cat hoodie or something like that, I think that would be so sweet. All right, I got my 17 stitches. Now we're gonna make another armhole just by doing the chain 4, skip 4, and then you'll have 2 stitches on the end that you double crochet in, just like that again. So now we have reached the chain. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna keep double crocheting, and we're just gonna double crochet 1 in each of those chains and then just make it a full circle. I don't know how else to describe it. Hi, Peachy. Welcome back. You know when your cat just like puts all their body weight in their paws and then just steps on your belly and then it just hurts. That's what she loves to do. Oh, that's Peachy's favorite activity. And now she's just sitting on my chair's armrest. You like it there? That's your little perch? She just loves to sit there. I don't know what it is. You don't want to sit on my lap, Peachy? Well, you have a little eye crusty. Oh my goodness, my Peachy. I don't know if she's just sitting here because she's just vibing right now, or if she sees my blanket, which is on the floor right below her, and she's like, hello, hello, where's the blanket for me? So maybe I'll pick up the blanket and see what she thinks. I got this blanket at Five Below. It's super cute. I love their little blankets. They're kind of, you know, thin, but they do have some cute designs. Okay, Peach, is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Oh, yup. Anyways, I'm at the end now, and we are going to be slip stitching to the top of the chain 2, and that does count as a stitch, so that's what we're gonna do. And now you should have, if you're recreating this little hoodie, and we've got 2 armholes. And again, if you don't want to do those, just don't even do all of that, just do double crochets the whole way around. And yeah, there's our little hood. So now is the easiest part, where we just do 3 more rounds of chain 2, double crochet all the way around, and then we're done. And then we just weave in our 2 ends. Okay, so after weaving in the ends and adding our buttons, here is the finished little raincoat. I know it doesn't look like much, but we've got the little hoodie, we've got armholes, and when we put it on a squishmallow, it'll look much better. Here is our finished raincoat, looking so cute. I love it. I love it so much. And if you want to, you could even add an extra row on the bottom here, up to you. This was super fun to make, very easy to make, and used up some of my yarn, so I think it was the perfect afternoon craft project. And I may or may not have an entire army of squishmallows and raincoats now, but I think this is a good thing. And if you do make one of these yourself, please do tag me in a picture on social media. I would love to see it. But thank you so much for spending the afternoon with me crafting. It was so much fun. And thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe on your way out. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.